Hey everybody, I'm here to talk to you about It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia's Season 12 season premiere. It's called The Gang Turns Black. If you haven't watched it and you don't want to know anything about it other than what the title tells you, you might want to step away right now because I'm going to go into full spoilers. I know that sounds weird with a show like this, but I'm going to talk about it. So let's go. I like the episode. It wasn't my favorite episode, but I think the show is doing exactly kind of what it needs to do now in Season 12, and I've written about this in previous reviews. At this stage of the game, at this long in the tooth, for a show like this, so many seasons in, it needs to be trying something different. I think my biggest critique with this episode is that it combined a lot of different things into sort of this mishmash porridge that worked sometimes but not other times, because not only did it have sort of a hot button issue about race going, and this isn't the first time the show has sort of pushed the edges of the envelope with its humor and its hot button topics, and I'd like to see how it's actually regarded, how things turn out for the show in this sort of divisive political climate here at the beginning of 2017, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, but it also combined musicals, so there was a lot of singing, and that's sort of a genre that a lot of shows do get to after a certain amount of seasons. And some do it well and some don't do it that well. And also body switching, or is it quantum leaping? That's a big argument actually on the show. Led to some funny exchanges there, especially when Scott Bakula from Quantum Leap does show up. He actually gets the final "oh boy," which is a nod to Quantum Leap right at the end of the episode. So that was pretty funny. And then a lot of it, though, did have to do with the gang, not known for being the most sensitive flowers in the garden. They and their assumptions about race and being black, which it turns out in the end was all part of old black man's dream. But what it means, were they being persecuted? Were they being targeted because they were black, or were there other reasons? So it was a lot of sort of interesting dialogue with them being idiots most of the time, yes, about whether or not they were actually the target of racism. And then at the end, it leads to this really, really violent, horrific climax, which a lot of Always Sunny episodes do. And so I think it really worked. I just think it combined with the musical, with sort of the whiz elements, or whether you want to call it body switching or so on, with the race topic. I think it was a big sort of a smorgasbord that didn't quite land always. But I give it a 7.8. I liked it. You could read my written review on the site on IGN.com, and stay tuned for IGN for all things Always Sunny.